in the future, the T-Rex, I hope to see it come back as the true king or queen of the dinosaurs, however you want to look at it.
Just make it cool.
Just make it cool. Make it amazing. Make it, dare I say, great again, right, Clayton?
Yes, I agree.
Make the T-Rex great again.
Make the T-Rex great again.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about the Jurassic Park movies, specifically the sequels, which, in my opinion, have gone out of their way in some instances to kind of make the King of the Dinosaurs out to be a little more than a pushover. Now, this is a franchise that I've been a fan of forever, and while I've enjoyed watching these movies and reading the books for years, I can't help but wonder why the creative forces behind some of these entries have gone down certain routes that really seem to undermine the star power of going to see a Jurassic Park movie. Mainly how awesome it is to see some of these dinosaurs, and while I don't necessarily think they've done a terrible job as far as T-Rex goes in the sequels, The Lost World being a great example of showcasing how cool it can be, I do think that some of the other ones didn't do as good of a job. Now, before I go any further, I want to mention you guys that today's video is sponsored by CuriosityStream, the world's first streaming service addressing our lifelong quest to learn, explore, and understand. Offering up thousands of non-fiction titles, documentaries, and exclusive originals from some of the world's best filmmakers, this is the place to find fascinating stories that are entertaining without any of that reality show nonsense. CuriosityStream is the Netflix for nerds, the Hulu for history buffs, and the Disney Plus for the scientists in us all. And at under $20 a year, it's extremely affordable, coming out to about $1.67 per month. Now, CuriosityStream has always been the perfect sponsor for my channel due to their wide selection of these dinosaur documentaries, just like this one called T-Rex Timeline, which has a lot of information on Scotty, a gigantic Tyrannosaur specimen that has become known as the king of the kings when it comes to these animals, and so far it's one of the biggest we've ever discovered, even rivaling Sue. Now, CuriosityStream is the entertainment brand for people that want to know more, and it's available on Roku, Android, Xbox, iOS, Chromecast, Amazon, Apple, and several smart TVs as well. New shows come out every week, so whether you want to know about science, sports, music, technology, nature, or history, you can find it all on CuriosityStream. Just go to curiositystream.com/Clayton for unlimited access to the world's top documentaries and nonfiction series, and just for you guys, use promo code Clayton and you're going to save 25% off, which comes out to about $14.99 a year. So click the link below or go to curiositystream.com/Clayton and save 25% off right now. It's an extremely affordable deal for Christmas or any other time of the year, and I think you're going to like it. Thank you to CuriosityStream for sponsoring today's video. Now, back to Jurassic Park. So for starters, I want to say that yes, I know that there are other dinosaurs in the fossil record that are bigger and debatably more terrifying than the T-Rex. But when it comes to sheer power and just full-on iconic recognition, you're not going to get much better than this animal. I mean, it's on the freaking logo for God's sakes, and especially for a dinosaur movie of this nature, you need a T-Rex to be doing cool T-Rex stuff. Which is one of the reasons why I've always been confused at how some of these films have gone about defanging and downgrading the dinosaur. Now, to really get an idea of what I'm talking about here, it really did start in Jurassic Park 3. After you had two movies where the T-Rex was the star animal besides the raptors, obviously, they wanted to throw in this new, bigger, badder dinosaur, the Spinosaurus, to try and shake things up. Some people really like that creature, a lot of other people really didn't like it. I think it's designed really well and it's got some cool sound design with the roars, but they killed the T-Rex off in a very lazy way early on in the film just to like assert this new creature as the big bad that we'd be running from for the next hour and 30 minutes. And it really was kind of a backhand to what a lot of people consider to be one of the main reasons they go to see a Jurassic Park movie, which was the T-Rex. Now, of course, they took heed of what went wrong here, and 14 years later, when Jurassic World came out, I will say I do think it did a good job with that comeback for the T-Rex. They treated it very, very seriously. The open paddock 9 scene where Bryce Dallas Howard is holding the flare and the Tyrannosaurus comes back with the backlight behind it and the glowing light in its eyes. Pretty cool stuff, man. I really did like that. But the one problem with that Jurassic World movie that I don't see anybody ever mention is the fact that the T-Rex wasn't really made to be that ferocious. It did fight the Indominus Rex, and it was a better fight in my opinion. Not as realistic, but cooler generally speaking. I do think it needed to do something cool after the fact. Like, you're bringing back a T-Rex and making it fight something to make up for Jurassic Park 3, and I get that, but it still doesn't have that level of ferocity. It didn't eat anybody in Jurassic World, and that was a problem that I think they really needed to think about when they were making these movies. Fallen Kingdom, I will give credit for not doing another dinosaur battle against a bigger creature than the T-Rex. I know the Indoraptor fights Blue the Velociraptor later on in the film, but like they didn't try to make another bigger dinosaur fight the T-Rex is what I'm trying to say. And to be completely honest with you, I know that Carnotaurus got kicked around a lot in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom by the T-Rex, but they really needed to keep with that sort of frame of mind going. This is the T-Rex. It is on the logo, man. It's the king of the dinosaurs. Jurassic Park in the 90s, you thought about T-Rex. Jurassic Park, when you read the book, you thought about the T-Rex. I don't know why it took them so many movies and only Lost World and Fallen Kingdom really wanted to assert this thing as the big bad one after the original, which means half the Jurassic Park series doesn't even have the Tyrannosaurus Rex being like a gigantic threat. I just think that's kind of weird. Now, Dominion, you guys all know if you've been watching my channel for a while, my issues with that movie, but it retreads both Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic World as far as a big dinosaur battle goes, only in a lesser way in my opinion, and that, at that point, that trope is just so old. Oh no, a bigger dinosaur killed the T-Rex. Hope the T-Rex gets the rematch. It does. It's just, come on, man. We've done this time and time again, and at this point, the T-Rex gets pushed around by everything. The Giganotosaurus, the Spinosaurus, the Indominus Rex. The only thing it can even take on is stuff that's smaller than it. That's not very T-Rex of the T-Rex, is it? So here's my whole argument. T-Rex deserves its place as king, not only because I'm a Jurassic Park fan and it's on the logo and I think it's a cool animal. I think T-Rex needs to actually be taken better care of in these movies because this is seriously one of the dinosaurs we actually know a lot about. And we know it is an extremely formidable opponent. It's a cannibal. It kills other T-Rexes. It fights other T-Rexes all the time. It's a very aggressive creature, and it deserves its spot as king. And while there are other creatures, Carcharodontosaurus, Giganotosaurus, you know, creatures like that that are bigger and possibly, you know, scarier depending on who you talk to, T-Rex is built for battle. It's kind of like comparing a pit bull to a Great Dane. These things are more complicated than just like which one was the longest or the heaviest. T-Rex was a brute. The thing was Conan against like trolls from Lord of the Rings or something. He was just a tank. So the other reason I think that the Tyrannosaurus Rex actually needs to be treated a little bit better is because for a long time they've only used the female Tyrannosaur from the original Jurassic Park. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about here, the T-Rex in Jurassic World, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and for most of Jurassic World Dominion, that's the same T-Rex from the first movie. The T-Rexes that we've seen in other films, specifically The Lost World, again, I'm going to bring it up, there's some animals in that movie that are actually green, and that's because they are a male variant. Now, it's not just the fact that they're green that makes them different. They're actually shown to be very formidable. They have scars on their faces. Of course, the one in Jurassic Park 3 died, but in The Lost World, you can actually deduce that this thing fought in a lot of battles and wound up getting a mate because of it. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense as far as the face biting thing, which is why in the past I've had my own theory about raptors being what caused it, but either way, man, that's a T-Rex that knows how to take the trash out, if you know what I mean. And, you know, I've been talking about it long enough, might as well bring it up again. The Lost World Jurassic Park, I'm sorry, I know some of you guys don't like it, but that movie kicks ass when it comes to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'll probably do another video in the future about why I think so specifically, but this isn't just a movie where they introduced an animal that was already in the first movie and just made people run away from it and act like, oh look, it's a big computer-generated or animatronic creature that you're all coming to see. You'll pay anything to watch anything. But this dinosaur actually has a lot of pretty fun behavioral quirks and just things that it does in the film that I actually think are really fun. We learned that it's not only attacking people to hunt, it's protecting its territory, it's actually trying to nurture and defend its children and offspring, and one of the big things that made that movie so different from the others was that there's more than one T-Rex. There's a mated pair that kind of move together throughout the film, and even a juvenile that we get some new sound design for, and a different design when it comes to how these creatures age up with maturation. The Lost World Jurassic Park is a movie that I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on, but when I talk to fans my age, or maybe even people a little bit younger, they do seem to agree that this is the movie that treated that creature the best in regards to the sequels. And a lot of people have said that's because that movie, it kind of is the T-Rex movie when it comes to Jurassic Park. The first one was more about raptors. Jurassic Park 2 is full-on T-Rexes front to back all over the place. It attacks people on a boat, it attacks people in a city, it runs through people in the redwoods forest, it pushes trailers over a cliff, it tears apart cars. T-Rex really was the most T-Rex in the Lost World. I can totally understand wanting to incorporate more creatures into your stories in the sequels, but do you really got to make them kick the T-Rex's ass just for those other creatures to have some sort of leg up in what they do? I mean, apart from Jurassic Park 3, the Giganotosaurus in particular didn't really do anything remarkable. I mean, what makes the Giga the Giga? Spinosaurus, you know, it fishes, it's in the water. The Indominus Rex is made up. I mean, it's got camouflage and stuff, so that's cool. But what made the Giga so different from the T-Rex, other than it just looking slightly different? So, yeah, that's just my own thoughts and, opinions on the Tyrannosaurus Rex when it comes to the Jurassic Park sequels, and why I think they haven't really done as good of a job since Lost World as far as making that creature formidable. I will give Fallen Kingdom credit. I know that movie wasn't really that well received either, but the T-Rex did push some dinosaurs around in that movie, and damn it, that's what it's supposed to do. Anyways, guys, those are all just my own thoughts and opinions on the subject matter. What do you think about T-Rex? Do you think the sequels handled it as good as the first Jurassic Park did? And if not, I'd love to know why. Personally, look, I'd love to see stuff like Acrocanthosaurus. I'd love to see Cryolophosaurus, Megalosaurus, anything like that in a Jurassic Park movie that's another theropod. But come on, man. Don't leave T-Rex in the dust. Anyways, again, whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, I've given my own. I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens and InGen executives, as well as all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. You've all helped my channel immensely, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of that support. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope that you enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you all consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.